Forget the pyramids. Forget the Great Wall. Forget all the architectural wonders of mankind's past. Here, in the heart of the Arabian desert, a genesis that defies both physics and imagination is currently unfolding. Imagine melting down every skyscraper in Manhattan and recasting them into a single blade stretching from earth to sky, then laying it flat across the desert. This is the line. It is not a city, but a 170-kilometer-long, 500-meter-high linear, man-made canyon. Two colossal, mirrored walls will pierce the entire peninsula, stretching from the azure waters of the Red Sea deep into the mainland. Its height would make New York's Empire State Building crane its neck to look up. Within this vertical megastructure, there will be no roads, no cars, and none of the carbon emissions that plague modern civilization. 9 million lives will inhabit a three-dimensional world meticulously orchestrated by an omnipresent AI. From one's doorstep, whether heading to a sky garden, a sports stadium, a school, or a hospital, everything essential lies within a 5-minute walking radius. This is not a page from a cyberpunk novel, but the reality being forged by Saudi Arabia, the kingdom that defined the last century with oil. It is now pouring its national power and over $1 trillion of steel and concrete into a gamble on a profoundly different future for itself and for all of humanity. Today, in 2025, as an iron legion of hundreds of colossal machines shatters the desert's eons of silence with the force of a planetary terraforming, we must ask, are we witnessing the dawn of a new era, or the prelude to a grand delusion destined for tragedy? The earth-moving epic and the thirst for steel. According to the latest satellite imagery analysis from 2025 and data leaked from contractors, what is happening here is the largest earth-moving operation in history. An army of over 260 giant excavators and a fleet of 2,000 heavy trucks are engaged in a relentless, 24/7 sculpting of the earth. The volume of soil and rock they excavate from the desert each day exceeds 1 million cubic meters. To put this into perspective, every 48 hours, they move enough earth to fill the Great Pyramid of Giza. To support this 500-meter-high vertical kingdom, the depth and density of the foundations have reached terrifying proportions. Tens of thousands of massive engineering piles, each with a diameter exceeding 2.5 meters, are being drilled 100 meters into the ground. This isn't just pile driving, it's anchoring a vertical supercontinent to the bedrock. However, what truly sends tremors through the global market is its insatiable demand for steel. An early, alarming prediction claimed that at its peak, the NEOM project would consume 20% of the world's annual steel production. While this figure has since been proven to be an exaggeration, it is an undisputed fact that this single project's demand for specialty and construction steel has become a significant variable, affecting international commodity prices. From sprint to marathon, a shrunken dream. Initially, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman made a near-insane promise to the world. By 2030, a complete 170-kilometer city of the future would rise from the ground, ready to welcome its first 1.5 million residents. It was a timeline that even the most aggressive engineers considered pure fantasy. The gravity of reality in the end is unforgiving. By 2025, this 100-meter dash has been forced to slow into a super marathon fraught with uncertainty. Under pressure, officials have admitted that the 2030 goal has been drastically shrunk from 170 kilometers to a mere 2.4-kilometer pilot phase, a coastal section named the Hidden Marina, projected to house fewer than 300,000 residents. This is a staggering 80% reduction from the grand vision of 1.5 million people. The pragmatic phrase "phased implementation" has replaced the once bold pronouncements. As for the completion of the entire 170 kilometers, the official line is that it could take 50 years, but many external observers and economists offer a more pessimistic forecast. This may well be a century-long project. The project's budget has quietly swelled from an initial $500 billion to over $1 trillion, with some analysts predicting it could ultimately reach as high as $1.5 trillion. To grasp this sum, consider that it would be enough to buy half of Apple Inc. Even a kingdom as wealthy as Saudi Arabia must now face the challenge of continuously attracting global capital to finance this most expensive dream in history. Technological questions and ecological alarms. The city is filled with the most extreme imaginations of future technology, yet every single one is shadowed by immense technical question marks. How will the 170-kilometer-long mirrored facade withstand thermal expansion and the erosion of desert sandstorms? More critically, it has been flagged by ecologists as a potential bird slaughterhouse, posing a lethal threat to the billions of migratory birds that traverse the Afro-Eurasian flyway each year. Furthermore, the promised 20-minute end-to-end journey via a super high-speed railway has no precedent for its technological stability and safety over such a long distance in any commercial application worldwide. The World Cup imperative, a deadline set in stone. Despite the mountain of challenges, a powerful external force is acting as a booster, compelling a portion of the line to leap from blueprint to reality. The 2034 FIFA World Cup. Saudi Arabia has successfully secured the hosting rights, and the Trojan Mountain Resort in the heart of NEOM, along with the line itself, will be the central stage to showcase to billions of global viewers that the future has arrived. This has transformed the first phase of the line, the hidden marina, from a flexible development project into a military order with a non-negotiable deadline. This 2.4-kilometer coastal segment is set to be the luxurious hub for global dignitaries, tycoons, and fans during the World Cup. More importantly, it will serve as the first physical showroom for the line's lifestyle. When the time comes, self-driving air taxis, AI butler services, and an urban system powered entirely by green energy will all be subject to the scrutiny of the world's most discerning eyes. If the hidden marina can operate successfully in 2034, even on a small scale, it will immensely boost the confidence of global investors, proving that this seemingly crazy plan is at least partially viable. It will become a powerful magnet for subsequent funding and talent. Conversely, any delays, failures, or scandals would inflict a nearly devastating blow to the credibility of the entire NEOM project, and by extension, Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030. Utopia or Golden Cage, a prism of 21st century civilization. Let us step back from the details of engineering and finance to examine the line from a grander perspective. Its controversy and its allure lie precisely in its extremism. It acts as a prism, refracting the collective anxieties and ultimate fantasies of 21st century civilization. We are tired of traffic jams and commuting hell, so we dream of a 5-minute city where distance is eliminated. We fear climate change and pollution, so we yearn for a zero-carbon paradise powered by 100% renewable energy. We are filled with anticipation for the potential of AI and big data, so we envision an ultra-efficient smart society driven by algorithms. If successful, the line will be far more than just a city. It will become a replicable and exportable urban operating system. It would offer a disruptive, albeit radical, blueprint for solving a series of civilization-level crises, such as urban sprawl, population explosion, and resource depletion. However, the road to paradise is often separated from the road to hell by the thinnest of lines. Critics have issued a deafening warning. The line is, in essence, a dystopian social experiment. It places 9 million people into a linear structure under the tight surveillance of AI, where every trip, every purchase, and even every social interaction could be converted into a data stream, to be analyzed and guided by an invisible city brain. Is this convenience or control? Is it a smart city or a glittering, golden cage? A trillion-dollar question etched in the sand. Where will this, the most ambitious experiment in human history, ultimately lead us? Will we evolve into a wiser, more sustainable tomorrow, carving out a new living space for future generations? Or, under the scorching desert sun, will we leave behind a spectacular but empty monument, its mottled mirror silently mocking the greatest dream and the most profound arrogance of our time? The answer to this trillion-dollar question is being excavated, shovelful by shovelful, by tens of thousands of workers, engineers, designers, and dreamers with their sweat, ingenuity, and steel, deep in the deserts of Saudi Arabia. And every one of us is a witness to this monumental history in the making.